So in 1989 in Armenia, there was a devastating earthquake that hit the country of Armenia. In less than 4 minutes, the entire nation was flattened, and well over 30,000 people died that day. Moments after this incredible tragedy occurred, there was a dad who ran to look for his son, to search for his son who was at a local elementary school. When he got there, the entire building had fallen, and it was just a mass of stone and rubble. And as the dad surveyed it, he was reminded of a promise that he had made to his son, that he would always be there for him no matter what happened. And he dived right in. So when he looked at those mass of stones, he just started working and grabbing a boulder and pitching them, because he found where he believed his son's classroom would be. So other parents finally arrived, and they looked at him and they said, "You know they're dead. What you're doing right now will be of no use. Please stop." The police even came by and said, "You're wasting your time. We know that the elementary children are dead." And he just shook his head at them. And so he worked for 8 hours, and then he worked for 16 hours, and then 32 hours, and then 36 hours. He continued to dig, his hands being completely raw, almost depleted of energy, being driven by the promise that he would never leave his child. And on hour 38, he moved one boulder, and he thought he heard a faint voice. And he thought it might be his son. And he yelled, "Armand, Armand." And a voice cried out, and he says, "Dad, it's me." And then he heard these priceless words from his son. He says, "I told the other kids that if you were alive, you would be here because you promised you would be here. And if you saved me, they would be saved as well. And we've been holding on to that. And I want you to know that is the story of God."